Hey guys, what's up? My name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel, The Reading Otter 7. So today I'm doing my top 18 books to read in 2018. This is, it seems daunting, but let's be real, I've read like 49 books this year. So maybe it's not that daunting. It's just when you stack 18 books, they just look daunting. But I'm sure this is nothing. But anyway, I saw somebody else do this video, I feel like. Maybe, I don't know, and it sounded intriguing, so yeah, I'm just gonna give you a brief, like, synopsis or, like, why I want to read these, but I'm gonna go through them pretty quickly because there are 18 of them. Okay, let's just go ahead and get into it. My top 18 books. The first two, I'm kind of cheating, I don't actually own them yet, but by the time this video goes up, I probably will own them because I'm pretty sure I'm getting them for Christmas from my mom, and that is Magnus Chase Book 3, which is The Ship of the Dead, and then The Trials of Apollo Book 2, which is The Dark Prophecy. Both of these books are by Rick Riordan. Ship of the Dead is the third and final book in the Magnus Chase trilogy, and then The Dark Prophecy is the second book in The Trials of Apollo, and I have no idea how long that series is going to be. But anyway, I always get Rick Riordan's newest releases for Christmas, so pretty sure I'm getting those. If not, I'll be buying them, like, immediately, because I've been waiting all year for them. So, yeah, those two out of the way. And if you don't know what they're about, I'm not going to tell you because they're continuations of a series and I don't want to spoil anything for you. So, moving on to the ones I do own. The first one I'm going to talk about is Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. I don't know a whole lot about this one, but I've had it for a while, and my sisters read it, and it was good, and yeah. 2018 is a lot about books I want to read and also books that I've had for a while that I'm trying to make myself finally read. And this is one of those ones that I've had for a while, and I'm trying to finally make myself read, so yeah. This next one is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I started this year. It's my good friend Lindsay's favorite book, so I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot. And then I got distracted by shiny things and things that didn't move quite as slow or were written in such an old language. So I got distracted by this one, and it is December 20th, so it's not going to happen this year, but I want to try really hard to get it done next year. I also didn't read any classics this year, so I'm really trying to push myself to read at least one classic next year, so this one is the one I've chosen. Next one is The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. This is the first book in the Kane Chronicles. I read these a while ago and didn't quite like them. I didn't hate them, I just didn't like them as much as his other ones, and I think it was because I was kind of like close-minded to the idea of Egyptian mythology because I'm such a Greek mythology person. But now that I've read Magnus Chase, and I love Magnus Chase, I'm willing to give this another shot. So I bought it, so I really need to read it. This next one is an ARC that I got from YALLFest, and that's Time Bomb by Joël Charbonneau? I don't know. This comes out in March of next year, and I want to try and read it before it comes out, just so I can say that I have. This one is about a bombing, I'm pretty sure? Like a bomb threat in a school or something like that. It sounds really intriguing. I really enjoyed Violent Ends by Sean David Hutchinson. Well, technically a bunch of authors edited by him, but I digress. I read that and I really enjoyed it. The next one is Kingdom Keepers, Book 2, Disney at Dawn by Ridley Pearson. I read the first one again this year, and I've read this one too, but I'm trying to make myself continue the series because I only read up to Book 4, and there's 7, I want to say, in the series. So I'm making myself reread before I can continue on again, mainly because I've forgotten a lot of things. So I need to go ahead and read the second one. There's also an ARC, and that is Love and Other Carnivorous Plants by Florence Gonsalves. I don't know. This comes out in May of 2018, and it is a LGBTQ plus novel, and it's about a girl, and she kind of falls in love with this other girl who's not necessarily a good girl type and that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I don't really care. I'm trying to read more LGBTQ plus novels, so I'm excited for this one. The next one is Hunted by Megan Spooner. I don't know a lot about this one. I know it's a retelling of some kind. Beauty and the Beast retelling? Yes. Mainly this cover is just stunning, so that kind of draws me in. I don't really know why I want to read this one. It just keeps jumping off the shelf at me. So I'm calling it fate. The next one is a series that I've been meaning to start for a while, and one of my best friend's sisters just finished it and told me it was amazing, so now I really feel like I need to read it. And that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Please don't kill me because I haven't read it already. I really want to. I own a copy. I'm gonna try and make myself read it. I've heard great things. It's gonna happen. You can come after me if at the end of 2018 I haven't read it. A lot of these are first in a series, and now I'm concerned because I feel like all I'm gonna do is start series in 2018 and I won't finish any. Oh well. That's just how it goes. Okay. I read a lot of contemporary standalones, and so next year I'm trying to read a lot more fantasy, and so I have to start series to read fantasy, because all fantasy are series, I feel like. So now I've just justified it, and I feel better. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, that wasn't important, but I had to justify myself. Alright, so the next one that I'm going to talk about is The Archive by Victoria Schwab. We own, like, every Victoria V.E. Schwab book there is, except for Vicious, and the sequel to The Savage Song, and I have not read a single one. And I own all of the Victoria Schwab ones that we have. So I have The Archive, The Unbound, and The Savage Song, and I haven't touched any of them. So I really need to, and that is why I have picked this one, because I feel like she's an amazing author, and I just need to dive in and try it, but I'm kind of scared because it's fantasy, and I don't normally pick up fantasy, so. This next one is one of the only, actually I think it is the only surviving book from my first ever Book Outlet order, and I still haven't read it. And the first time I ordered from Book Outlet was like 2015, so I am ashamed. But that is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is a historical fiction novel set in 1939. I thought it was during World War II, but it's like the beginning of World War II. My bad. And it's about two sisters, yeah, and they're like they're not on separate sides of the war, but they get kind of separated during the war. And I'm pretty sure it's in multiple points of view of these two sisters and their journey through the war and that kind of thing. It's set in Paris, it's set in World War II time. Why haven't I? This next one, I honestly didn't think I was going to read. I didn't really have a lot of desire to read it. And then we were picking books and I was like, actually, you know what? I do want to read it. And that is Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. This is my sister's book, clearly, because I was just talking about how I didn't want to read it before. But yeah, I think Wonder Woman's growing on me a little bit, and so now I'm really interested to see what Leigh Bardugo did with this classic character, so. This next one is also kind of like a no-brainer for me, because I feel like I could relate to this book, and that is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. I love that name. That's cool. I probably didn't say it right, but I love it. It's like Francisco. That's fun to say. Elf. Anyway. So this is about a girl who writes a webcomic, and I feel like I relate to that because I write fan fiction, and it has really cool, like, illustrations, I'm pretty sure, of some of her webcomic. I feel like there's supposed to be illustrations. Maybe not. I'm not finding any, so I think I'm wrong. Nope. Okay, I'm right. There are illustrations and fun stuff like that, and I love when authors do that to kind of supplement the narrative, so I'm super looking forward to this. I loved it when they did it in The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. That's a long title. So I'm looking forward to this, and I've heard that it's really cute. Getting there, I promise. Alright, this next one is Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the second book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper, like, companion series. I don't really see it as a cohesive series, even though it's the same characters, because they're dealing with a different thing every time, which doesn't seem logical in events. Anyway, it's the second book, and this is obviously about hunting Prince Dracula, and it follows our main characters, oh my gosh, I just blanked on her name, Audrey Rose and Thomas Cresswell, and I love their, like, banter together and their little romance that's budding, so I'm super excited to see where that goes in this novel, even though that's not what I should be excited about, but it is, so I'm super excited to dive into this one. I can't read it though because my sister's reading it, so she needs to get on with it. And that is Leia, Princess of Alderaan by Claudia Gray. I'm a Claudia Gray fanatic. Leia is my favorite character in all of, like, any kind of not real world stuff, like books, movies, fanfiction, I don't care. I love Leia. So, I'm super excited to read this one. I've started it and it's really good, and I love the narrative so far, so I am excited to finish this next year. And hopefully I'll really enjoy it, because I'll be crushed if I don't, because it's two of my favorite things, Claudia Gray and Leia. So, two more! Here we go. This one I just got, because me and Beth swapped Christmas presents earlier, and I'm super excited, so that is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I've never read an Adam Silvera book, but I've always wanted to, and this one super intrigues me more than his other ones, even though I'm pretty sure I'll read them all eventually, especially if I love this one. But this is about like a society where they call you the night before the day you're going to die, and they tell you that you have 24 hours before you meet your untimely death, and to enjoy your last day. And then there's an app where you can meet other people who are going to be dying the same day as you. So these two boys find each other because they're going to die on the same day, and they spend their last day together. And so I'm sure this is going to make me bawl like a baby. I mean, clearly, he gives it away. They both die at the end. But I'm going for it anyway because it sounds super intriguing and I've heard great things, and I've been dying to read an Adam Silvera book, so I'm gonna do it. Last one, I don't have the actual book with me right now because my sister's borrowing it, but I have the cover, so I can hold up this. And that is Invictus by Ryan Graudin. This is a historical fiction, like, fantasy kind of thing, because there's time travel involved, and I heard that, like, a small part of it takes place in the Titanic. I thought a bigger part of it took place in the Titanic, but apparently not. So I'm a little bummed, but still excited to read this. I haven't read a Ryan Graudin book, even though we own, I think, almost all of them. Because we have the Wolf by Wolf duology, and we have Walled City, and I don't know of any other ones she's written. So I think we have most of them. But I haven't read any of them. I need to. I've heard they're all great. But I want to start with this one just because the idea seems so intriguing to me, so I'm gonna go for it. Also, I just got this one, and I have this problem with shiny new things. So, yeah. Okay, so that's it for the top 18 books that I want to read in 2018. Obviously, hopefully I can read more than just these 18. I probably won't even read all 18 of these, let's be honest. I'll get distracted by shiny, pretty things. And some of them may not happen, but this is what I want to try to do. I want to try to stick to this. I wrote them all down in my little lovely booktube notebook, so maybe I'll actually do it. We'll see. I don't know. I hope so. Yeah, so be sure to let me know if any of these books are on your top 18 to read for 2018, what some of your other books are, which ones you think I might be interested in. I don't know, like, let's just chat, you know, start a conversation. Locomotion, I don't know. It's been a long day, so I think I'm going crazy, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome content. I'll see you guys in another video soon, and maybe next time I'll be at Disney World, I don't know. See ya!